The following is a class on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, text number 27th, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on 7th November 1972 in Vrindavan.
Translation. Those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance worship the forefathers, other living beings, and the demigods who are in charge of cosmic activity, for they are urged by a desire to be materially benefited with women, wealth, power, and aristocratic birth.
So, रजस्तम प्रकृतया समशीला भजन्ति वै पितृभूत प्रदेशादीन श्री सज्ज प्रजेशव श्री ऐसज्ज प्रजा. Stop there. Sri means beauty. Aishwarya means riches, opulence. And Praja means progeny. Sons, grandsons, great-grandsons. In Bengal, there is a proverb, Nati Nati Shagge Bati. If one can see grandson of the grandson, his life is successful. His door to heaven is open now. Nati means grandson, and Nati is Nati, grandson. That means 6th generation. So, people like this. Good family and full of beautiful women and very good bank balance, motor cars, then life is successful. Shirai Sajja Prajepsava. But who are after this Shri Sajja Prajepsava? That is explained Rajastama Prakritaya. Rajastama Prakritaya. Those who are influenced by the modes of passion and ignorance. In the Bhagavad Gita, the division of the society is given there. Chatut Varnang Maya System Guna Karma Vibhagas. According to Guna and according to Karma, there are 4 classes of men. The first class men, the Brahmana, because they are on the platform of goodness. Goodness means they can see one who is qualified Brahmana, he can see what is this world, what is God, what the human being, everything is clearly prakasha. It is called prakasha, illumination. If one is situated in the modes of goodness, platform of goodness, he can see things as they are. Prakash. And the next stage is passion, productive. Productive, ruling, administrative, like that. Creation. Just like the king's royal orders, they want to conquer expansive kingdom. The next stage is mixed up ignorance and passion. That is the stage of Vaishyas. They want simply money. Somehow or other. They do not care for anything. That is Vaishya. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Shudra, they are completely ignorant. They cannot produce anything. Neither they have got any enthusiasm for ruling or administration. So, their business is to submit to the higher classes and live peacefully. These are the divisions of the society. But all of them are required for upkeep of the society. It is exemplified in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mukho Bahu Urupadebhyo Purushasya Asramai Saha Asramai Jaggire Chattar Varna Vipradaya Gunat Prithak. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the same thing is confirmed that the Brahmanas are the face of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, according to our Vedic civilization, whenever there is any ceremony, the Brahmanas are sumptuously fed. Because Brahmanas are considered to be the mouth of the Supreme Personality of God. The mouth, the business of mouth is to speak and to eat. The Brahmana's business is to speak Vedic knowledge, distribute Vedic knowledge, Vedabad. That is their speaking. Just like Ambarish Maharaj used to do. Sabai mana Krishna padar bindayo bachangsi vaikuntha gunanu varnan. The Brahmana's business is to speak about the Supreme Personality of God. Just like Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is speaking about himself. Because the purpose of Vedas is to understand Krishna. Vedaishta sarvai ahameva vedyam. That is the purpose of Veda. If you become a very great scholar in Vedas, but you do not know what is Krishna, it is useless. Because Veda means knowledge. And Vedanta means the ultimate end of knowledge. So, ultimate end of knowledge is Krishna. So Vedanta means the ultimate goal of knowledge is to know Krishna. That is Vedanta. Vedanta does not mean anything else. Because Krishna says, Vedaishta sadvai ahameva. That is Vedanta. And he also confirmed Vedanta vid Vedanta kritcha aham. I am the compiler of Vedanta philosophy, and therefore I know perfectly well what is Vedanta. Therefore, if you follow the instruction of Krishna, then you are completely in knowledge of the Vedanta. Yes. This is Vedanta philosophy. Vedanta philosophy does not mean to make some jugglery of words and deviate one from Krishna. That is not Vedanta. That is misleading, bluffing. That is going on in the name of Vedanta. So, in the previous verse, it has been explained, the mumukshava ghora rupan hitya bhutapatinatha Narayana Kalashanta Bhajanti Janasuya. Those who are in the platform of goodness, they worship Narayana Kalashanta. Narayana and his expansion. In the spiritual world, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets. As we have got experience within this material world, within this universe, there are innumerable planets. Similarly, there is another sky. Parastasmatu bhava anya bhaktya sanatana. That sky is eternal. This sky is not eternal. It is created. It has got a date of creation and it will be annihilated at a certain date. So beyond the sky, there is another sky which is called Parabhoma or Sanatan, eternal sky. And in that sky, there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets. Vaikuntha means Vigata Kuntha Jasma. There is no anxiety. Here in this material world, everyone is full of anxiety. This is the material nature. Even a small bird, you give some grains to the small bird, he'll be full of anxiety. He'll look like this, look like this. Yeah. If somebody is coming to kill me, somebody is coming to kill me. That is explained by Prahlad Maharaj. Sada samudvigna dhyam asad graha. These living entities in this material world, they are full of anxieties. Why? Asat graha. Because they have accepted something which will not exist. Asat graha. There are two things, asat and sat. So Om Tat Sat, Parabrahma Bhagavan, he is Sat. And this material world, Asat. Asat means that which does not exist. So because we have accepted this material body, Asat Graha, therefore we must be always in anxiety. This is the law. Tat sadhu manni suravadya dehina. Dehina. One who has accepted this material body, he must be full of anxiety. He may be the king of heaven, Indra, or he may be a small ant in the stool. It doesn't matter. Everyone is full of anxiety. So, Prahlad Maharaj recommended that when his father asked him, what is the best thing, my dear boy, you have learned? He explained, my dear father, he did not say father. He addressed his father as the best of the demons. Asura Varja. Asura Varja. Because he was around Jode husband. Asura Varja. Varja means the best. Varyan. Varja. So, tat sadhu manne suravarja dehinam sada sadhu samudvigna dhyam asad graha hityatma ghatam griyanda kupam bonang gato jat harimasrayat. Harimasrayat. Unless we take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna, Hari, so long we shall be full of anxiety. This Krishna consciousness movement is trying to bring everyone under the shelter of the lotus feet of Krishna, so that they may become free from all anxieties. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. Otherwise, unless one comes under the shelter of Krishna, he cannot be free of anxiety. That is not possible. Therefore, it is explained here that Rajastama Prakitaya, those who are on the platform of the modes of goodness, Brahmana platform, Satta, Sama, Dama, Titikha, Arjava, Astikam, Jnanam, Vijnanam, Brahma Karma Svabhajam. These are the qualities of Brahmana. Not that because one is born of a Brahmin father, he will be Brahmana. No. Guna Karma Vibhagasa. He must have the qualities of Brahmana and must act as a Brahmana. Then he will be accepted as Brahmana. Otherwise, he will be called Brahma Bandhu, Dijabandhu, Sri Shudra Dijabandhu. Sri, woman, Shudra, and Dijabandhu. Dijabandhu means born of a Brahmin father, but his actions are like something else. He is called Dijabandhu. Or born of a Kshatriya father. Dija means Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya also. Those who are born for the second time by initiation. First birth is by the father and the mother, and the second birth is by the spiritual master and Vedic knowledge. Vedic knowledge is the mother and spiritual master is the father. So, when one approaches a bona fide spiritual master, his second birth is there by advancement of spiritual knowledge, and that sacred thread is offered to him. Upanayan. Upa means near, and nayan means bringing. So, this sacred thread is the symbol that one has accepted a spiritual master and he knows Vedic knowledge. That is the symbol of sacred thread. Acharyavan Purusha Veda. One who has accepted a Acharya, it is to be understood that he knows things as they are. That is the symbol of sacred thread. So, those who are not mumukshava, they are to be considered under the influence of ignorance and passion. They are called rajastama prakitaya. Those who are on the platform of Brahminical understanding, Brahminical qualities, controlling the senses, controlling the mind, tolerant, simplicity, and Sri Baladev Vidyabhushan has given about this Arjava, simplicity. He says that a Brahman, even to an enemy, will disclose all his secrets. Even to his enemy. Nobody discloses his secrets before an enemy. But a Brahman, if he even finds an enemy, he will disclose all the secrets. He has no secret. Brahmana means open-minded, liberal. And the opposite word is kripana, miser. So anyone who is trying to utilize fully the advantage of this human form of life, being desirous of becoming liberated from this material clutches, and acts accordingly, he is a Brahman. Mumukshava. Others who are not Brahmanas, those who are influenced by the material ignorance and passion, rajastama prakitaya, their business is how to get money, how to get beautiful woman, and how to have many followers. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu denies this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang ba jagadisha kamai. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. My dear Lord, Jagadisha, I don't want riches, dhanam, no janam, neither good, progeny or followers, na dhanam, na janam, na sundaring kavitang ba jagadishaka, sundaring kavita, very poetic, beautiful wife, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadishaka. I don't want all this. Just see. This is the difference between Satagun and Rajagun. Rajastama prakritaya, those who are influenced by the passion and ignorance, their desire is Sri Sarja Prajepsava. Sri means beauty. Sri Aishwarya, opulence, Sri Aishwarya. And Praja, good progeny. That nothing. So, this is the desires of the persons who are influenced by passion and ignorance. And one who is influenced by the Satagun, goodness, he denies, especially on the platform of devotional service, just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu denies, na dhanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadisha kama. Then what do you want? Mama janmani sare bhavatad bhakti rahit ki tai. My dear Lord, I want life after life. Not he doesn't want even mukti. Otherwise, if one is liberated, then according to Bhagavad Gita and every Vedic Shastra, punarjanmanaiti takta dehang punarjanmanaiti, that is mukti. The mukti means to go out of this ignorance or the darkness of this material world. But Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says, Mama janmani. He doesn't want to stop even punarjan. Krishna says, mukti means no more birth, no more accepting this material body. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, janmani, life after life. That means a devotee who is actually pure devotee. Annavilatya sunnam, no other desire than to serve Krishna. He doesn't want even mukti. Diyavanang naginnanti. Diyavanang naginnanti. Mukti, if it is offered to a devotee, he doesn't care for it. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want anything. He simply wants how to be a faithful servant of Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. He doesn't want anything. So, those who are not in the modes of goodness, mumuksava, they worship rajastama prakritaya samasila bhajanti. Samasila, according to their temperament. There are recommendations that if you want this thing, you worship this demigod. If you want education, you worship this demigod. If you want money, then you worship this demigod. If you want very beautiful wife, then you worship Uma. And these are recommendations are there. That is not false. These are all Vedic recommendations. Because if you want this, then Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says that Janti deva vrata devan pitrin janti pitri vrata. If you want to go to the heavenly planet, then you worship such and such demigod. If you want to go to the Pitri Lokas, then you worship such and such demigod. These are explained there. They are not false. They are facts. If you want, just like they are going trying to go to the moon planet. So, how to go to the moon planet, that process is described. You can adopt that process, and automatically after your death you will be transferred to the moon planet. You don't require this artificial Sputnik. No. Neither you can go there by the Sputniks. No, it is not possible. You must be qualified to enter into a particular type of planet. You cannot go by force. I have given this example many times in America, that if somebody wants to come to America, he has to secure the proper passport and visa. Otherwise, the immigration department will not allow him to enter. Similarly, if you want to go to a particular type of planet, higher planetary system, you must have the required passport and visa. Otherwise, how you can enter there? Therefore, Krishna says, Janti deva brata devan, pitrin janti pitribrataha, bhutani janti bhutejya, madjajinopi janti mam. Krishna never says that you do anything nonsense and you come to me. Krishna never says. If you worship demigod, you will be promoted to the planets of the demigods. If you worship the Pitris, the Sraddha Tatvat, then you enter the Pitri Lokas, but one who is endeavoring in devotion and service, Janti, Madjajina, Madjaji, Manmana Bhavamad Bhakta Madjaji. Krishna recommends, Manmana Bhavamad Bhakta Madjaji Mang Namaskuru. And in another place he says, Madjajina Madjanti Mam. So those who are devotees, those who are always engaged in the worship of Krishna, Narayana, Krishna, Narayan, Vishnu, they are all the same. Vishnu Tattva. So, in the previous verse, Narayana Kala Shanta Bhajanti Janasuyava. Janasuyava, they are not envious. They are not envious of the Supreme Personality of God. Not like the so-called scholar envious of Krishna. When Krishna says, Manmana Bhavamad Bhakta Madjaji Magna, he is envious of Krishna. He is recommending it is not to the person Krishna, because he is envious. He does not like that Krishna should be worshipped. Not only he, there are many persons. As soon as we put that Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam, you just worship Krishna, they will protest. No, why Krishna? We have got so many other demigods. We shall worship them. They are asuyava. They are hingsa. They are envious of Krishna. And because our life, this material life has begun being envious of Krishna. Why Krishna shall be the enjoyer? Krishna says, Bhoktaram Jagatavasam Sarvaloka Maheswaram. Our enviousness is why Krishna shall be the only enjoyer. I shall enjoy. Why he shall enjoy the Ras Leela, I shall imitate. Or I shall also make arrangement for Ras Leela. You see, this is Raskalda. Nobody can imitate Krishna. That is described in the Bhagavata. If someone thinks of imitating Krishna, he will be ruined. He will be ruined. That is stated there in the Srimad Bhagavad on the question of Parikshit Maharaj. So, Krishna consciousness means to be completely non-envious. In the Srimad Bhagavad, in the beginning, it is said, Dharma projita koitava attara parama nirma saranam. Parama Nirmasarana. Those who are completely free from enviousness, they can understand what is Bhagavad. Parama Nirma, Dharma, it is not a cheating type of religion. Enviousness. Parama Nirmasarana or Paramhamsa. Those are not at all envious. They are all as friends. Sridang Sarva Bhutana. Paramhamsa means Sridang Sarva Bhutana. Friend for everyone. Not for this human society or this society. Paramhamsa is friend for everyone. Paramanimma Saranang Satang. They are Satang. Vaishnava. Vastava Vastu Vedamatra. Tapatrayon Mulanam. Shivadam. These things are mentioned. So, those who are envious of Krishna, they take to the worship of other demigod. Sri Sajja Prajapsava. Because to quickly attain achievement or achieve perfection in these three things, beauty, opulence, and good generation. So, Bhagavad says that even though you are very much anxious to get all these things, Sri Sajja Praja, still we recommend that you worship the Supreme Personality of God. Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udaradhi tibrena bhakti yogena jajita paravam purush. That is the recommendation. Akama. Akama means bhakta. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Nadanang na janang na sundaring kavitang va jagadisha kama. We don't want. He is called Akama. No desire. Akama sarvakama. Sarvakama means this. Sri Sajja Prajapsava. Dhanang dehi, rupang dehi, jaso dehi, balang dehi, dehi. They are sarvakama. Akama sarvakama. And another moksha kama. So moksha kama and sarvakama are what is called the yogis, siddhi kama. They are also siddhi kama. Some of them are moksha kama. Some of them are sarva kama. Some of them are siddhi kama. All of them are kamis, lusty. The yogis, the karmis, and the gyanis, all of them. They're kamis. When they want something. Only the devotee, he doesn't want anything except Krishna. He doesn't want Krishna also. He simply wants to serve Krishna. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches. Aslishya bapadaratang pinashtamam marmahatang karotuva adarsana. A devotee desires to see Krishna, but he says, I don't mind. If you break my heart by not being present, I don't mind. You break my heart. Because a devotee is always anxious to see Krishna. Just like Radharani. She is always anxious to see Krishna. But Krishna does not come. Just like Krishna left all the gopis, immediately went to Mathura. Renouncement. So much love with the gopis. And he could renounce immediately. This is one of the qualifications of God. Vaisajyasya samagrasya bijasya jasasasya jnana vairagya. Vairagya. Krishna was so much attached to the gopis, so much. But when it was necessary, he left all of them in Vrindavan and went to Mathura for killing Kamsa. That is God. Renouncement. So, these gopis remain simply crying for all the life, rest of their life. That is pure devotion. Marmahata, broken heart. Krishna made them broken hearted. Never mind. We shall remain broken hearted, crying all the life. You do your business. That is love of Krishna. That is love of Krishna. Aslishya padartang pinastamam marmahatang karutuva jatha tathava vidadhatu lampata mat prananathastu saiva napara. This is Lampat, just like Lampat husband goes to so many other women, but the chaste wife still loves the husband. Never mind. So similarly, we have to become so chaste, so honorable, just to stick to the lotus feet of Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much.